Welcome back to my flippin' van life. I took the day off and drove 2 hours south. We were in Paso Robles, California, and I went to the Paso Robles Antique Mall and also the Great American Antiques. They are right next to each other, so the footage kind of got blended, but they're right next to each other. All right, right off the bat, I found this really cute glass vase. I love the opaque swirl in there. And when I turned it over, though, it was more modern from the looks of it, and it was $19. So I thought about it, but I said, no. I really like these goblets, not for resale, just because I like them, and I wanted to show you guys. It was $48 for the set of 4, which I thought was a good price. They had that applied glass swirl on them. Huge martini glass over there. And then over here in this booth, I found this really cute old Santa Claus. He does wind up, but I didn't want to test him and risk breaking him. He was like $24, so I thought that was a really good price. If Christmas wasn't like right down the road, I probably would have picked him up for resale, but like Christmas is like 4 days from now, 5 days. Found this Murano bowl. It was real pretty. I love the shimmer splatter in there. And then up here, this was really interesting. The pottery was also sculpted on the inside, and I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. And I don't know, I liked it. But I'm like, what are you going to do? How do you use it as a bowl if there's sculpting in there? And then in here, yes, I know you see the weeds, but that bird is eating a fish, and I thought that was funny. And then they had Christmas tree brooches up here. And again, Christmas is right down the road, so... And then I had to take a shot of this collection of flower frogs. My friend Michelle collects flower frogs, so that's a shout out to her because she collects them. And that owl was amazing. It was stone and over $200, so I didn't even pick it up. I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to break it. And then in here, there was some nice glass pieces, but I really liked this art glass vase. I didn't know who made it. And then there was a double jellyfish in that one particular paperweight, which was only like $29, so I didn't think that was bad of a deal. Then over here, I'm looking in this case. The jewelry was $8 each, and I'm like, wow, that's a really good price. So I'm just checking that out. And I meant to come back to this booth to pick up a couple of them, but I got distracted, and yeah, I forgot to go back. And then I found this Mexican folk art fish. I think he was like $18. He was super cute. I did like him. Lots of Mexican folk art in this particular booth. They had some mugs and little pots down there. More fantastic jewelry. Look at that enamel flower in there. So good. Some sterling silver. They had earrings, bracelets. Lots of jewelry at both of these antique malls, which kind of surprised me. I wasn't really expecting that. And then down there, see those bangles, those striped ones? Oh, they're so good. They're only like $24 each, and I thought about them. I did actually Google them to see if there was a maker, but I couldn't find a maker. And without a maker, I don't know, I just couldn't justify paying $24, but they are really good for a collector. And then I found a Bill Campbell. Look at that. In the middle of nowhere, I found a Bill Campbell. They still wanted $25 for it. They didn't know who made it. But at that price, I really couldn't. There wasn't enough wiggle room for resale. So as much as I hated to put it back, I did because I love the colors on it. All right, here we are looking in. This is kind of like the entranceway, I guess. And they had some fantastic jewelry here that was all half off. But looking closer, it looked to be more modern, and it was missing that silver accent on the bottom there. And then a couple pieces up here, and it was half off. So of course I had to stop and look. And then in here was a fantastic like Mexican folk art picture. And then another really pretty vase, and lots of Mexican folk art pieces in this particular mall, which doesn't surprise me. Look at that Murano clock. I have never seen anything like that. That Millefiori work is fantastic. And then up here, there was some jewelry, including lots of sterling silver. I really like that stretchy bracelet in there. And then this booth had a ton of Disney in it, which is not really my thing. I do like the old Japan Disney, but I thought I would just show you guys since I know some of you actually love Disney, so why not? There's some peanut characters, the Pillsbury Doughboy. Weird blend in here. And then over here is a fantastic uranium glass display. Look at this beautiful Fenton piece. I absolutely love it. I don't remember how much it was. Another Fenton piece up there. And then some glass down here. Oh, so good. And it looks so good on that display case too. And more over here. They had some marbles, bowls, glasses, platters, you name it. And then I found this mushroom, and Looked really crude. I'm not sure who made it. Looks like a studio piece, and it was $40, so I passed on it just because it wasn't that well done. Sorry, whoever made it. And then over here, there was some Hens on Nest, some old vanity items, and more jewelry. So had to check out all of that. And then here's another really cool pottery vase. I like the color of this one. I was trying to figure out who signed it. I couldn't read it though, but I think it was like right at $20 too. So I did pass on it, but I love that color. And then these are pewter, and I don't usually pick up pewter, but we're in the 75% off booth. So I had to check everything carefully. And while I loved that Fenton candlestick set, they don't sell well for me, so I still passed on it. And this is a Fostoria, I believe. Real pretty pulled glass vase. And then some other Fenton pieces as well. And then over here, I was just checking out all the little tchotchkes on this shelf. And they have books too. They had some Pyrex and real pretty artwork up on the wall. And just giving you the vibe. Over here, lots of critters in this particular case. There were some porcupines and skunks and dishware, some more dishware, and then lots of nativity scenes. There were a couple nativity scenes in this particular case. And there's another set up on the top shelf. Oh, and some Pyrex. And it was not the lady on the left, so I passed on it. I only pick up lady on the left. And then this was like, oh my god, look at this goober. I have to check this out. What is going on here? I think it's just a decor you hang from the ceiling. And I'm like, what are you? Oh my gosh, you are over $100. I got to put you down before I break you. But it looked like a man with a mustache. I didn't know what was happening. And there was two of them. There was another one off to the right. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I've ever picked up a Mexican folk art that was over $100. So I gotta look those up. And then over here was some metal mesh coin purses. I love finding them. I can't see the prices on them, so I don't know how much they were asking for them. And then down here they had some great Halloween postcards that I liked. And again, I didn't know what the prices were, and I wasn't gonna have them open up the case just for those things. I wish people would show the prices. And then down over here was an owl. See that Italian owl? He was carved out of stone, super good. And then a little bit of jewelry and a owl brass clip. It was so cute. All right, let's keep going over here. Oh, this was really fascinating. This was a hotel lobby phone, old rotary phone. I thought that was pretty neat to see. I've never seen one of those before. And then in here, a little bit more jewelry. And then over here in this booth, they had some glass that I wanted to look at, some Breyer horses, and they had old maps hanging on the wall there. Lots of cast iron, not really my thing, though I do use it in real life. I do use it in the van. Cookie jars, lots of cookie jars. I like the owl one on the end that's winking. And then up here, they had some trolls. Are those really collectible? I know they sell okay. Like, do people collect them still? And then down here, I found some more jewelry, including some Bakelite, so I had to check that out. And prepare yourself, because there is a whole case full of nothing but Bakelite coming up. There was some floats down there, some Japanese fisherman floats, and then lots of little things. They had Christmas tree pins, a couple of paperweights, and more jewelry. And then this booth was 35% off, so I wanted to check this out real quick. But it was a lot of Capodimonte and like fine porcelain, kind of stuff that makes me nervous. I mean, I have sold Capodimonte before, but it was not easy to ship. I'll just leave it at that. And then look at this little flower girl ornament. It was really cute. She was like popping out of the flower. And there was some bears, and then up here there was some unicorns. I love me some unicorns and Pegasus. Little cat mug. Thought that was really cute. And then down here they had more cats, really cute, butterflies. And then these bookends were super cute. I thought that they were going to be made of wood, but they were some kind of like resin, I think. And then I don't do vintage clothes. Don't do vintage clothes. Let's keep going. Dishware on that rack. And then a lot of MCM looking stuff in here. And I thought this was going to be glass. And then I picked it up. I'm like, oh, wait, that's ceramic. So that kind of surprised me. I did like the flowers on it. I think those are posies, I think. I don't know. And then I was checking out this lamp just to see how much it is, because I do need a new lamp, but I think it was like 50 something dollars. I'm like, no, I'm not paying $50 for a lamp. It was vintage though, so it probably was worth that. And then let me see, down here they had this pottery pot. And then like the top of it was also like a candlestick holder, I think. I thought that was different. And it was signed. And then, oh, look at all this jewelry. Look at all these bangles with the polka dots. It was so good. And they were reasonably priced. They were like only $10 each. And then up here they had more brooches and lots of sets. They had some crown chiffari in there. Lots of rhinestone pieces. Oh, it was really good. It was reasonably priced. And then, bam, all the Bakelite hits you right in the face. Now, the Bakelite prices were a little bit higher. They were very fair, very, very fair for a collector. But for resale, they were like just where I couldn't do much with them. But fantastic selection, worthy of showing off. It was just beautiful, beautiful pieces. I'm like mesmerized. And they did a really good job advertising them too, because they put signs up to say, I Summit Chrome test these. And they verify that they are, of course, Bakelite. So that was really cool. And then I found this. I thought this was Le Creuset, but I don't think it was. And because I have to get a new one. I had one for the van, and then I burnt something, and it's just not coming off. So, long story. All right, let's keep going. Poker sets, and then they had bowls of dice. Die is the plural of dice. And then, what is that? Oh, it's just like one of those little shell coin purses that I love. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen one like that. It was pretty cool. And it was $12. So I thought that was pretty neat. And I'm like, huh, interesting. So I put it back because, I don't know, I've already had a couple and I want to try find new things. And then up here was a little beaver, I think. I thought he was funny, or gopher. He was fishing. He just entertained me. And then back here, it's Blobby's cat again. I had this in the red, and now I found it in the clear. It was only $9, but I'm like, I don't need Blobby's cat again. We'll put Blobby's cat back. So let's keep going. They had a Yadro sign, more little tchotchkes and little figurines, a little bit of ceramic. That rooster was really colorful and pretty. And then they had another orb up there, like a Japanese float. And then that bowl kind of intrigued me. I'm like, what's in the center? I think it was just a candle holder or an ashtray. And there's the orb. I like the blue color of it. All right, let's keep going. More Mexican folk art pottery. I bet the pink on that glows like crazy too. Super pretty, but I don't know. I don't think I wanted it. And that was another really cool vase that was signed. It looked like Starry Night to me a little bit, like all the swirls, the greens and the purples. And that was $20. More fish, more roosters. And a paperweight. And it was Colorado on it. It was like a deer, but it had the word Colorado on it. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, let's keep going down here. We found a bunch of china. And we're back in the 75% off booth. I wanted to check it out again, and I found this Aqua Crest Fenton. And with this sale, it would have been less than $10. So I did pick it up. I couldn't say no to Aqua Crest for less than $10. That's, see, 75% off. And then I'm like, oh, what else is over here? Let's look real quick. Oh, that's kind of pretty. And then, bam, right out of the corner of my eye, I saw the Emerald Crest Fenton up there. So I'm like, let's go get that compote too. And that one was under $10 after the 75% off. So I did grab that one as well. So I was super happy with those two purchases, because the Aqua Crest and the Green Crest is not very common. I mean, they're not super high retail, but definitely some room for profit with that sale going on there. So yes. And then I saw this cat. This is going to be like the grumpiest, angriest cat ever. Like, look at his little face. Like, what is so rough with your life that you have to be so mad about? You're up on a shelf just checking people out. That sounds like a good job to me. People watching from high. All right, we had some... Oh, that was a whale. I think it's just a wall plaque, but it was a whale. Some Tom Collins glasses. And then I'm like, oh, wow, look at this. This is George Washington, and somebody made this out of pottery. I'm like, that's talent right there. I don't know how much it was because I didn't want to lift it up and risk damaging it, but it was pretty cool. And then this was like a little vase with just a drop off to the side, so you can put a little bit of water in there. It had a little bit of damage. I don't know if I would have picked it up either way. They had some pottery cups, more Mexican folk art casserole dishes, and then that one to the left was a canister, and then a little trinket jar with a lid on it. All the prices in here were pretty reasonable. Not where I could do anything with resale, but very good for the average buyer. And then more Bakelite. More Bakelite. Look at those bracelets in there. All really cool. And again, reasonable prices. Like that hexagon one was like 30 something dollars, 32 I think. And then those charm bracelets back there were like 40. So not bad prices at all. I was tempted. The bracelets kind of like were calling my name a little bit. And then down here they had more earrings, and they had some rings and bracelets. They had the Mahjong tile Bakelite stretchy bracelets, and then necklaces up here. Really nice selection and very fair prices. So, oh look, I think there was even a person there. Pretzel snoring. Hi, Pretzel. And then more down here. I love that lobster one. I think that was sterling silver. Really cute lobster. Oh, and then I found an M.A. Hadley whale mug. I think they had 28 on it, so I couldn't touch it for resale, but super cute to find. And then up here, they had a Yadro duck, and I think it was $28. And then there's a weed pot. Okay, a weed pot is a small bud vase. You can only fit 1 or 2 stems in the mouth, so it's like tiny mouth pottery. It's a European term. We call them bud vases in America. The weed pots is a European thing, but I don't know. And isn't that like Cupid's dog? And then over here, there was more little tchotchkes, cute little kitty in there. And down here, they had some dogs and pigs. Just a case full of like all these tiny little, I don't know, little figurines. And then look at all the Cupies, piano babies. Super cute. When you clump them all together like that, I think they look best versus just like one at a time. And then right next to it was this huge jewelry display. And it was only $5 each, which is a good price, but they were all contemporary. Nothing in here looked to be vintage to me, so I passed on it. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.